Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been a few days since I did a video, so I thought I'd come on and do one. I have to tell you a little story about something that happened first. I went to choir rehearsal on Monday, and we started singing this song that I have my solo duet, whatever thing with. And the really funny thing that happened was he said, "Okay, take out the In the Bleak Midwinter," and I was like, "Yeah, why do we have to do this today? I don't feel like doing it today." But at any rate, I took that piece of music out and I started looking at it and I was like, okay, just take a deep breath, calm yourself. And I was actually getting messages from Sunshine about calming myself and letting the things just flow as they would and not worrying about it. So that's what I did. And actually, it just went really, really, really exceptionally well. And after the rehearsal, I was told that I did a really good job and that we're going to work together and with the director and everything, and we're going to get this so that it's really good by December. So when I pulled cards and I asked, was it a good idea to continue and not give up? And the answer I got was, yeah, it is. So that worked out really well. The other thing that really worked well was that the last reading that I did. Now, generally, when I pull yes and no cards, my yes and no cards, when I pull these cards, I always seem to have issue with the answers that I get. Um, and the last read that I did, I was reading on Jimmy Kimmel, and I didn't get them mess up the name. And the really funny thing is, speaking of him, when I was reading on Jimmy Kimmel last week, I asked a bunch of questions about him and about his show and the future of his show and everything. And this was before they announced that he was coming back on the air. Um, while I was doing the reading, um, I mistook him and I got him and Jimmy Fallon mixed up. So I was like mixing. And then I went and I watched Jimmy Fallon's response to Jimmy Kimmel's show being canceled. And he said that his dad had messaged him and asked him if he, how he was feeling that his show was canceled. He said, "No, it's not me, it's the other guy." And I was like going, "Okay, I'm not the only one that kind of got him mixed up, got the two Jimmys mixed up." So I felt a little bit better about that afterwards, but I just thought that was really funny. But the other thing that really struck me was when I was pulling yes and no cards, I asked three questions. And the first question was, I asked if Jimmy Kimmel's show, or if Jimmy Kimmel was going to go independent, if he was going to go on independent media and do independent stuff. He had gotten, I know that he said that somebody from Germany had offered him, and I actually had to research that, and it was, I think it was Thomas Gottschalk or one of these other comedians who do stuff here in Germany. And so I thought that, or Stefan Raab, or one of these guys. But anyway, so I had this. He said that the German guy had asked him if offered him a job, and he said, I guess no, but I just thought that was really really funny that somebody from Germany had offered him a job. But at any rate, the other question that I asked him was, will Jimmy Kimmel save his job? Will he be able to like legally save his job? And the answer I got was no. And I was kind of surprised by that because I was like thinking, well, he's got to do something. But the last question that I asked, and the one that I think was the most important, was I asked, will the people save Jimmy Kimmel's job? And I got yes. And that's exactly what happened. Jimmy Kimmel's show was saved. I watched the monologue, I guess, about 3 or 4 times because I loved it. It was so good. And I was concerned that he was going to kind of back off and not say anything else. But he has gone even harder on it. And I think it's great. And I think and Stephen Colbert did the same. I mean, he's just coming on and he's just the jokes are just coming in 90 miles a minute and it's just fantastic, every single one. So I was really, really pleased with it. So, but I want to do a reading on Stephen Colbert because I like Stephen Colbert. I think When he left Comedy Central and went to CBS, I was very sad because I was like, damn, now we're going to lose the snark, the full on snark that Stephen Colbert is pretty famous for. Well, Stephen Colbert enhanced his audience, I guess, by going on CBS and leaving Comedy Central. So I want to do some readings on him because Stephen Colbert is somebody that I absolutely think the world of. I think he's awesome. And his sister actually ran for office, and she didn't go by Colbert, she went by Colbert, which is, I think, how the name is actually pronounced. But Stephen Colbert, everybody knows him. So, but she actually ran in South Carolina, where they're from, I think, and she didn't win, which was really a pity because she would have been cool. It would have been really cool if she had won. But at any rate, so I want to do what do things look like for Stephen Colbert? Okay, I'm not going to use the yes and no cards right now because I'm just going to do a general read on Stephen Colbert because I really like him. And I don't want to do politics because there's so much stuff going on and everybody's reading on it. I mean, and you see it every channel. Um, Libby's got some good stuff coming out. Gary and David have great stuff coming out. Autumn has really good stuff coming out. Susan Lynn has good stuff, and Linda G and Lady G and all these folks, they have really good stuff coming out. And I'm like going, I can't add to that because they are so good at what they do. So I just decided I'm gonna do entertainment news because I just think it'd be more fun and it will keep me from getting stressed out and going. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to pull some cards on Stephen Colbert. See what's going on, what happens for him. I would love to see his show continue. I really would. I mean, and I just think it's really, really sad that CBS canceled him. And I think canceling Stephen Colbert actually gave the administration or this regime the the motivation to go after Jimmy Kimmel. And if they had been successful with Jimmy Kimmel, they would have gone after Seth Meyers, they would have gone after Jimmy Fallon, they would have gone after everybody. Anybody who says a joke about this guy, because the guy, as Jimmy Kimmel said, the guy can't take a joke. He can't. So, Stephen Colbert. Steps right up here. Stephen Colbert. Let's see what's in the cards for you. Stephen Colbert. At least I can't mix him up with another comedian. He's pretty unique. Um did you see the show with Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert together? That was so good. And then Stephen Colbert actually had I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or if it was Stephen Colbert. I get them now. I'm getting them mixed up because I watch both of their monologues every day when they upload them on YouTube. But one of them did a monologue, and then Seth Meyers came out and he was portraying one of these Republican people. And oh, he was no, he wasn't. He wasn't portraying a Republican. He was portraying Gavin Newsom. And then Gavin Newsom, oh, this is right. And I just died laughing. I just thought that was so fun, and I could not help it. It was so hilarious. So Stephen Colbert, what can the cards tell me about Stephen Colbert? What can you tell me about Stephen Colbert? After such a big old intro, what can you tell me about Stephen? This card just flipped out, but I don't think it applies. So I just shuffle it back in. And if it is meant to apply, then I will pull it. It was the Three of Swords, but I don't think that was. I don't think that was. I don't think that was for Stephen. I really don't. Unless it's the heartbreak and sadness that we all feel when his last show airs. That, because he really is good. He's going to be a tough act to follow if they do try to get rid of him, and if they do try to do late night comedy and stuff like that. It is going to be a tough act to follow for Stephen Colbert because he's so good at what he does. That's just my skin being opinion. Okay. Haven't pulled cards in over a week, so I'm a little, I need to practice. I need to pull cards more often. Maybe in a couple of days I'll do some more, but I always have to wait till my husband's not here. Well, he's here today because, he's here. But he's retired. So he's happy and retired, and that's all great. Everything's cool. So, here we go. Even Colbert. Okay, I think that's enough. Enough shuffling? Yeah, enough shuffling. Okay. So what I get for Stephen Colbert is the Eight of Swords. And this is sort of like, I think what this is his bond to CBS. That because he works for them, uh, he has to assume a certain element of decorum and what have you, and that kind of binds him because he's so he's like he's like catching lightning in a bottle is what he is. And so right now when he's on national TV, he's sort of constrained by all of the stuff, the rules and regulations that are around him. But really, he is like that lightning in a bottle, and it's like he just comes out with all this stuff, and it's just really awesome. So I think that this is a this is but he's in essence what he's doing is he's disciplining himself. He's saying, I could say so much more about what's going on, but I'm bound by the fact that I'm on network TV. And I think that that's what this is. This is him right now. He is in his current situation. He is on network TV, and he's bound by the things that he's supposed to say, do, and portray while on network TV. Now, is that going to have an impact later? Who the heck knows? But that's what I get. So it's crossed by the Empress. And I think the Empress is sort of the censors for entertainment only. But this is the censors. This is the people that are going to tell him you can say this, you can't say that, you can do this, you can't do that, blah 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 blah. And I think that that's what this card sort of um, it sort of expresses this idea um, that the that he is bound by these constraints, and that and these are the people that he has to answer to. The underarching energy is the Ten of Wands. This is carrying your burden. He's like, okay, I can take this, I can accept this, and I can carry it. And I can be funny while self-censoring, if you will, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, and how I'm going to behave. But the Ten of Swords is the burden that he's carrying. And in May, when his last show airs, he will no longer have this constraint over him. He will be able to do whatever. And I think that what's going to happen is he's going to go independent, and I think this kind of conveys this idea that once this, once his show ends, he's going to be the lightning in a bottle. That's what he's going to be, because but until then, he has to carry on the way that he has to carry on. Uh, in the immediate past, we have the Eight of Cups. Well, that's a disappointment, and that's walking away from what his current situation is now, walking away, but saying, okay, I'm going to walk away, but I'm going to be the last one laughing. I'm going to get the last laugh here. And I think that that's what this is. This is him saying, okay, when this is over, it's over, and I'm going to walk away, but I'm going to get the last laugh before I do. The overarching energy is a Six of Wands. Um, this is, well, to me, the first thing that came to my mind when I looked at this was him on stage. And you notice how when you're on stage, and I do this when I perform, when I'm in choir and we sing, you have the light that's on you. When you're on stage, you're standing on a stage, and you have that light on you. And what this is, with the people that are in the shadows, that's your audience. That's the people that are watching you. And so he's going to have an audience regardless of what he does. So no matter where he goes or what he does, he's going to have his audience, and he's going to bring them along for the ride. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, well, this is, when you look at the horse is very like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But the reality is He is the star. And the people that are here is his audience. These are the people that are watching him on stage. So he is on stage. He is the center of attention, and he's going to, that's the overarching energy. He is, above all else, he is on that stage doing his thing, and people are watching. And they are recognizing that people are watching. And now he's got an Emmy for the work that he's been doing, and everybody's like, "You canceled somebody who won an Emmy in their late night comedy show? Are you crazy?" He's got the audience. In the immediate future, we have the death card. Well, that's the endings and beginnings. This isn't necessarily his show. The show that as we know it is going to end, but he is going to continue. And this is the endings and the beginnings. The death is not the end all be all, that it's over and that's it and we should just mourn it and be unhappy about it. But he's going to move on and do something else. And so we can be there and watch and wait as he does the thing that he's going to do next. So we can't get lost in our sadness that he's no longer going to be on the air, because he's going to be in a different way. He's going to be doing something else. His career isn't over. Far be it. Far, it's a far cry from over, because he's won an Emmy, for goodness sakes. So this card does not mean what we think it means. It does not mean that that's it, that his career is over and he's done. It's not a put a fork in him, he's done thing. It is this idea that something is ending, but something new will begin. And that's what I get from that. My nose keeps itching. Okay. Um, his fears, hopes and fears is the strength card. Well, there you go. He's got the strength. He's got the power, and he's got the motivation behind him to do whatever it is he's going to do. So this is a very positive attitude about himself and about what he's going to be able to do. And as you notice in the Walter Rider Waite deck, you have the woman who's like holding the jaws of the lion. Here you don't, but see. But you do have the strength of character. He has the strength of character that's with him and that's going to stay with him. And I think that that's a good thing. How other people see you, King of Cups. You are the man. You are the dude. You are the master of your fate. You are the one who decides everything for yourself, and you are gonna be amazing. No matter what you do, you're gonna be awesome. That's what I think. That's what I get from this. This is how I see him. I see him as somebody who is absolutely amazing. He's funny. He's talented. He's got the timing. He's got the eyebrow arch that's just slays me every time I see him do it. And I'm like, yeah, this is the guy. This is the dude. I mean, he's got it and he knows it. The thing is, with these two cards, I get the feeling that he is strong and he knows it. And that's what people see in him. Um, his ultimate wish or whatever is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning. It's a new start. He's like, I think he's looking forward to starting anew. I think he's looking forward to it. He knows it's coming. He knows it's going to happen, and he says, "Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to anticipate it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with it. See what happens." And yeah, that's where he's at. The final outcome is the Six of Pentacles. This is him being successful at whatever it is he's doing. And you see all the hands that are reaching out for the pentacles, and they're wanting. This guy's the master doing the thing. He's putting these pentacles out there. He's putting everything out there. He's putting his comedy out there. And these are the people saying, "Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want it. I want to see you. I want to see what you're going to do. I want to see how you're gonna go, and how things are gonna go for you." So these are really good cards for him. I think he's really gonna be. I think he's got an even better chance of doing some really good stuff in after his show ends. And um, I think that there's a good future for him. I need to pull one more. Got the Four of Wands. That's home sweet home. He's got it. Home and homemade. He's made it, and he has accomplished something. Here's the Four of Pentacles, which is, I usually call this my hoarder card, but this is like the prosperity card. This is all the things coming together and giving him something good. And Page of Cups, and I have to look at the Page of Cups here. Page of Cups. Kind, thoughtful, gentle, creative. Yeah. And then finally, Seven of Pentacles, the harvest. What he's going to create, what he's going to bring, what he's going to bring to the table, how it's going to go, and everything else. So that's Stephen Colbert, and I think that those are really good cards for him. I think he's got a good future ahead of him, and I think that he's going to, whatever it is that he's doing, he is going to be amazing. And I am so pleased that he is supporting Jimmy Kimmel, and that he's doing the things that he's doing. But if you haven't seen the two shows, the two interviews, Stephen Colbert interviewing Jimmy Kimmel on his show, and Jimmy Kimmel interviewing Stephen Colbert on his show, amazing! You've got to watch it. It's so good. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really, really good. And Jimmy Kimmel's sidekick, this dude, today he came out wearing a chicken face or something. It's absolutely hilarious. This guy is so funny. He's I can't pronounce his name, but you know who I'm talking about, the guy with the dark hair and the mustache, and he just comes out dressed. The other day he came out dressed in a pizza delivery costume or something, and today he was dressed he had a bird costume on. He is so funny, and I mean, the timing that he's got is really quite good. I think he could do a standalone comedy routine himself. He's very, very good. He's very funny. So that's what I've got there. I totally enjoy these guys. I think that they are really, really, really good. So, and I think that Stephen Colbert is going to have a future that's going to be amazing. And he is, I, I have to say this just from my own personal opinion. Stephen Colbert is like lightning in a bottle. He really is. He has the timing, he has the delivery, he has the expression, the body language, everything. It's all just like lightning in a bottle, and he's so amazing with it. So, let's just see what the yes and no cards have to say. I'm going to ask one question: is will Stephen Colbert? I'm trying to focus on Stephen Colbert and not the others, but I really do like them, and I really do think they're funny, and I think they're great subjects to do cards for because they're so positive and there's such positive energy around them. So, will Stephen Colbert go independent after his gig at CBS ends? Will he go independent after the gig at CBS ends? No, he will not. Okay, so none of these guys are planning on going independent. Uh, the yes and no card said Kimmel was not going to go independent. Will the people? I mean, because they've already been able to save Jimmy Kimmel, will the people be able to save Stephen Colbert's show? Given the fact that he won an Emmy, and given the fact that people like him and he's popular, will the people be able to get Stephen Colbert back, save his show? Will the people be able to save Stephen Colbert's show? Um, yes. Okay, people. 2 for the people, 0 for the regime. People. Um, will the regime go after the NBC guys, Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon? And that card just flipped out. No, that card flipped out. My guides wanted me to use that card. That card that card's the golden answer here. No, they will not be able to go after them now because Jimmy Kimmel defeated the regime. He defeated them through the power of the people. And I think that that's a very positive thing. And I think that on a broader scale, I mean, we're talking about the comedians, but this is really about freedom of speech. And I think that this actually extends beyond just comedians and comics and freedom of speech. This is people recognizing and embracing their power, embracing the fact that they have a strength. They have the strength of where they give their money out, of where they shop, of where they go to eat, or, restaurants and what have you, what movies they watch, what cars they drive, everything. People as consumers have the power that the oligarchs and the regimes underestimate. And this issue with Jimmy Kimmel showed us in a very profound way the extent of power that people have. Is that an accurate summation? That's my yes and no parts. Is that an accurate summation? Is the power of the people really the big answer here? Is the power of the people really the big answer here? Yes, it is. The power of the people. The power that people have, and not just to sit and moan and groan on a YouTube channel like I'm doing right now. No, I'm not. I'm not, just kidding. But this idea that we as people have the power to do empowering things. I want to tell you a little story about somebody that I think is absolutely amazing. This is somebody that I know personally, and this is somebody that I think I have a great deal of respect for. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him. He is a very powerful person, in my opinion. Right now, in our local politics, there's been a big discussion about the future of the theater here. The theater is a pretty amazing place. I've actually performed on the stage in this theater, and it's incredible. The acoustics, you could not buy acoustics like these in the like what we have in this theater. Politicians want to close it. They want to end it. And we have a choir director who is very, very determined to not end this theater. He has put 110% into fighting for this theater. He posts about it. He talks about it. He is so passionate about it. But he recognizes one thing. And the phrase is that comes to mind is, there is no I in team. So what he basically has done is he has, using what power he has united people to fight for the continuation of this theater. Now, the theater has a lot of debt, as does the town. And he comes out and he says straight up, I don't understand politics. I don't. I don't have skin in the game when it comes to politics. But what I do understand is the importance of this theater and keeping it, maintaining it, and getting it up to snuff as far as the standards are concerned for it. I don't think it should be closed. And he is put everything that he has into trying to save the theater. And last week they had a I don't know, like a discussion, like like a town hall, I guess you could call it, where the politicians come out and they, discussed, what was going to happen and stuff like that. And he said he asked people from the choir to come. Well, and that evening I had flute rehearsal, so I couldn't be there. And I went up to him on Tuesday when we had a rehearsal, and I said, "Well, I said I would have liked to have been there, but I couldn't because I had rehearsal and stuff like that." And he said, "Well, you wouldn't have been able to get in the room anyway because it was full. It was full." He said the overflow, it was just unbelievable. He said there were so many people there. And he said that he just was so amazed that there were so many people that came. And the point to all of this is that he's one person, and he had passion to make the changes that he felt were necessary in this town to make people recognize the importance of the theater in this town. And I posted on his Facebook page and stuff. I posted about my feelings about the theater and stuff. It was in German, so if you speak German, then you can read. But I posted what I thought, what I felt about it, and I said that I felt that there were so many things. So I've lived here for 20 something years. I mean, I've been here since 1999. So I've been here for a long time. And I said that one of the things that I noticed is that everything in this town that actually felt like it made it stand out has basically in the last 20 years has basically disappeared. A lot of the things that really there was a bookstore where you could go and have drink wine and have a coffee or what have you, no longer here. There was a movie theater. Wasn't that great, but it was a movie theater. That's no longer here. So if you want to go and drink a coffee at a bookstore, you have to go to another town to do so. And I said that this was really kind of sad because you know, nobody wants to just get on a bus or get on a train and go to Wiesbaden or Mainz just to go and have a coffee at a bookstore. They want to be able to do that locally. They want to be able to do that here, and they couldn't. So one of the things that happened with this was I wanted to have people recognize the idea that this town is more than just going to a grocery store and buying food for the week. But there needs to be entertaining stuff for people to participate in. Because life isn't just about school, work, and loads of laundry. It's about a much more. And so this is what I wanted to convey through it. But the thing is, when you have a passion and you love something so much and that you don't want to lose that, the best thing that you can do is to try and save it. Try and hold on to it. And try to find like-minded people that are going to also join your team and be able to help save whatever it is that you're trying to save. And that's exactly what happened with him and with the theater. So for now, the theater is saved, but there's still a fight ahead. And he's made it very clear there's still a fight ahead. There's still going to be those who are going to try and say, no, 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 we don't need it. We don't need it. But as long as you've got passionate people fighting for something, fighting for what's right, then you will overcome the negativity. You will overcome the challenge that bears bears itself before you. So this is really a very positive idea of what's going on. And so for the last couple of weeks, I've been hearing about this, and I've been um, bearing seeing what's going on with it and stuff. And I think that it really has on a smaller scale shown the extreme power that people have when faced with just about any obstacle that there is. And It may have saved the theater here. It saved Jimmy Kimmel's job there. It might even save Stephen Colbert's job. Because if people feel passionate enough about it, then there is nothing that there is nothing that can stop it. That is the power of the people. And I think that is why I won't be reading on politics, because I think the power of the people is really what's significant here. Let's just do one more thing. Will the power of the people save the United States reputation abroad? Will the power of the people save the U.S.? Blank card. We don't know yet. But another blank card. There's a lot of no's here. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna I'm not going to say something untrue. But do the people have the potential to save the U.S.? Do the people have the potential to save the U.S.? No. The politicians are the ones that are going to have to save the people. But that means that the people will have to push the politicians. When people push the politicians to do the right thing, people push the politicians to do the right thing. Yeah. So what's the point to all of this? Are these full of crap? Or is there more to it? Good question, huh? Is there more to it? Is there more to it? Is there more to it than just the people battling against the politicians? There's more to it. I get another no. What are we missing here? Maybe we need to watch Gary and David's or Gary's no, not Gary's David's uh video about what we are missing, because maybe we are missing something here. Maybe we are. But I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? These cards have these cards did get their due diligence when I was asking about Jimmy Kimmel, so I'm not going to push my luck here. But I will say this. When you have a determination to do something, and even if people don't believe in you, believe in yourself, because you are the ones who have the power. And as long as you fight for what you feel is right, everything's going to be okay. And yeah, so I've been babbling for 40 minutes, so I think I'll stop now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Yeah, the cards don't always do what I hope they will, but at any rate, it was an interesting read anyway. But sorry I babbled on so long about the theater, but I just thought it was important. I thought it was something that was really kind of significant. And I do think that the people in general do have the power to create a reality that is good. So take care. Have a great day. And look out for yourself. and I will try to be on in a couple of days or so and do another reading and see what I can do a reading on. Kathy did ask me a couple of questions to read on, and I completely forgot about them. But I will do a list and then I will do a reading on that. So that'll probably be my next video. But I did want to come back at least to say hello and to let you know that I'm okay and everything's okay. I was feeling kind of under the weather. I was having a cough. I don't know what it is, but I don't I feel otherwise I feel healthy. It's just I have like a dry throat, and so I've just been kind of avoiding the camera. So we'll see what happens. But I'll try and come on in a couple of days. So take care, and as always, namaste.